Okay.
Cool. So where is I? All right. So yeah, for each item in the length of in the range of the length of the merged array, which is always going to be the total length of the combined arrays, you could go through and say if array 1 is larger than 0, or 1 even. I think the way I wrote it was greater than or equal to, yeah, greater than or equal to 1. Then you would want to check and see which array is larger. I'm doing this really fast, so I might be missing steps.
It's all right. Anybody can jump into and help Luis out as well.
So yeah, we'll say if array 1 is larger than array 2, so length of array 1, right? Larger than length of array 2. So this is like a lot of nested if statements, but this is really just where I wanted to get down to so I could talk about the swapping. So once you're here, you know you have array 1, well, I guess larger or equal. You know array 1 is going to contain the first position in your inevitable merged array, assuming that because of the way like the recursion works. So you have an array called merged array that has an index. The first item in that index is 1. So the first time we loop through this, we're on item I. And then say that equals the same as item 1 in in the array that was first array that was passed in. And then I think, sorry?
So that's what I kind of didn't do I didn't do the for loop in the beginning for the range length merge square array.
Yeah, and I think that's the only reason we added that in there was so that you could really just do this for loop and then use a variable as your swap. Like after this, you'd have to like, I don't know, remove or pop the whatever item, or even slice out whatever this item is, and then keep stepping through that way. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Tanya.
Yeah, you can go with Tawny, by the way. But yeah, no, it's okay. It makes sense.
So Tanya, just a quick recap. So can you recap to Luis, like, cause he jumped in and said, the way I used the 0 and the elements was basically to create a placeholder, right? Like instead of putting an empty array and you have to push items in there, like if you have the zeros already in there, you have access to like indexes or indices, I guess. But so yeah, maybe walk us through that so that way you get another rep in, and then like why you're doing that and why he said that. Give it a shot.
I'm walking you through why line 3 is set to.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, I guess you answered that.
It's all right. Let's go ahead, do it again. Let's get some reps in.
So it enables us to have indices when we're going through the array. We can specify which point
Sweet.
in the array.
Boom. Thanks, Luis. Now, if we go back to your code, Tani, then we can go from there, right? Now that you got that new piece of learning there. I mean, it's all about reps. Like, I mean, you guys play tennis, like, you know, it's just, you just gotta keep just getting reps in, you know, like that forehand, just keep, and then sometimes the backhand will come and you gotta switch to the two-hand backhand and, you know, and get the overhand. And then like, if you want to practice the serves, you gotta get the form in for that. Sorry.
So do you sound like Maria Sharapova when you're hitting the tennis ball? Yeah, she's horrible.
Yeah, no, you just gotta,
So
I just yell
bad.
yes. I yell yes. Our coach always told us like, yo, if you gotta exhale when you hit because your body relaxes, and then it's more quality stroke. Sorry, go ahead, Tiny. I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, it's okay. That was worth it. The scream. All right. So here is what I have. So I didn't specify the range. Oh, I didn't do a for loop, but maybe that would be a good thing to do.
Okay, so what do you think you should do next, right? You got the same thing that he had, right? So I mean, like, even if you like uncommented line 6, right, you can print out your merged array and you can see all of those zeros and just
well,
keep
this
going
does it too, I realized.
Oh, okay.
I just forgot to put print. I didn't print it. So right now it's giving me all these zeros, which is very helpful for me. So I don't know, I did a while loop just because the pseudocode I found used it and it seemed nice, but now I'm not so sure about it. And so I was, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
So this bit of code was just saying if there's something in either array still, like if it has a length, if it still exists, if it's not 0, and then if, or no, while that's going on, if, you know, the A array, the indices of the A array, the 0 index of array A is greater than the 0 index of array B, then I wanted to append that B value at the 0th index to the whole merged array, and then get rid of that 0 indices from array B. And then if that's not the case, so if A is smaller than B at the 0 index, then I would do the opposite. So I would push the A value into the merged array and then remove it from array A is the goal of that. And then this was supposed to be like, I guess, my recursive statement. Like, so if there's still something in array A, keep doing the same thing. If there's something in B, do the same thing. But it's not working, so I went wrong somewhere.
I feel like you got the pseudocode part down. What if you just start uncommenting line by line, and then we help be the extra set of eyes for you? And so like when you see something go wrong, then you say, oh, that's where it is, guys. And then you got like 6 pairs of eyes on here.
Okay.
Yeah, this looks like it should work. I think you might end up with a bunch of zeros at the front, but you could even like slice at the end if you don't want to do like a for loop and switch the indexes. So that should be fine.
I could do a betas method and redefine the merged array.
Yeah, that would work too.
Beta is changing the rules of the game.
I like it. So should I just do like this whole section here?
Yeah. Or let's try just that like 9 through 11 and see if it
Okay.
Does the while loop work like that with
I don't know.
Oh, you mean you need a base case?
No, I'm well, yeah, probably. But
yeah.
The like while length of array or length of array B, does that work, or do you need like
parentheses?
equivalency statement. Like,
I wasn't
Oh.
sure. I kind of just did it.
I'm not sure
And-
either. I was just curious. Like, I don't know if it's
Yeah.
wrong.
I mean, that could be why it's not working.
Let's try it. Yeah, I've never
'Cause
used
I
I've never used the or keyword before. Has anyone here ever used the or
Well,
keyword in Python?
I've used or and
I've used
previously.
and.
Yeah, I know or works. I'm just not sure for the syntax.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Right.
if it'll work in this instance, but I
Like-
wasn't.
Like Luis, are you talking about like you would have like a length of array A is not equal to 0 or length of array B is not equal to 0, like two separate conditionals?
Yeah.
Well, let's try this. Let's try this first and see. I mean, it
Yeah.
could be.
I'm
Let's
just
try it,
curious.
Tiny.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Yep.
Curiosity. There it goes. Oh no, you're right.
Object is not subscript.
Merged array dot append. Oh, because I put it in brackets. Right? This should be in parentheses. Am I wrong?
No, it does have to be in
So it should be brackets.
parentheses, shouldn't it?
It should
Yep.
be in parentheses.
Array. What does it not like?
So built-in function or method. So I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that.
It's not subscriptable.
So
This
I
is
feel
something
like
I saw in my sprint.
yeah, I feel like the thing that it's saying is not subscriptable is
Merged array.
like line 8, right? So if you were to read that as two separate conditionals, like the first one, it's only reading is like while length of array A is true. That's basically that would be like the one part, and then it's or, and then
You know
over
what
here
I could do?
Yeah.
Can I do
yeah,
this?
just copy that. Yeah, copy that
Yeah.
to the other side too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes way more sense.
I think you're right about line 10 also. Those definitely should be parens.
Print.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would. I don't know why I put brackets.
Oh, speaking of this exact situation, does anybody here currently use
Okay.
a linter? Does anybody use a linter, like a code formatter, which would like really solve this problem and save a lot of time? Anybody? Nobody?
I have, like, we used one during our build, but I haven't used it since.
Okay. I was just customizing mine today, just to like, so you basically get this, it's called a linter, and it basically goes over your code and it will put like a little squiggly line where like the syntax is incorrect, in the same way that you like use Microsoft Word and you spell a word incorrectly, it'll kind of alert you to it. So like
That's
it's
handy.
super nice, right? So like it would pick up that syntax error right away right there for you. You just highlight it so you know where to
So
look.
where do I
Doesn't Python come
get
with one?
this?
Doesn't I thought VS Code had a Python version.
There's like a PyLint, yeah, but you still have to install it.
Oh,
I'll drop you guys the article that I used today
That'd be cool.
later, and then that will really help.
Yeah, because I do have trouble remembering syntax. Like that's just one of my weaknesses.
Yeah.
I start forgetting if I'm not looking at. I don't know. It's a
I
problem.
feel you. So wait, does that work? Did that work?
Well, it gave me.
Oh, nice.
Well, no, it just printed the exact same thing. So.
what if you put print
Oh, I didn't print this.
merged
Yeah.
array like below 11?
Yeah, I forgot to print that, didn't I? That would help. Merged array.
Nice.
I'm a learning machine. My computers. Oh no, wait, stop. So I probably need that base case, right?
Mhm.
Because that was not ideal.
All right. I mean, that's the only way you learn. That's good. So what could she do to prevent herself from going into infinite zero hell there?
Could always put a break.
Where could she put the break?
Be like down here, huh? Or no? Wow.
think if you use a break, it'll run through once, and that's it. So I don't want to define a specific number of times for it to loop through, or change your while statement, because this is just saying as long as. Oh yeah, no, I don't know. It should be popping.
Yeah.
The front off of each one.
You know what you could do? We could print out the array B and see if each time it is popping it off.
Oh, and yeah, array B dot pop.
Yeah.
It's trying to pop. Does that take
First.
in like an array with an index, or just an index number?
Let's look that up. This Zoom is about to close. I'll open another one up when it closes.
I'm actually gonna have to go after this.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what I was.
problem.
Yeah. I really want the help, but I also am gonna have to go.
It's all right. It's okay.
But I want
am as
help.
well.
Okay.
It's okay. Yeah, Jay, we'll just save your drive for tomorrow
Okay.
for the Project Euler. But yeah, cool. Well, I guess we can keep going until this video goes out. But
Okay. In the next
let's
minute.
see.
Quick, guys, help me.
I've never normally used .pop with anything even passed to it, just because it
Yeah,
pops off.
you know
normally
what? I
at the
haven't
end.
either. I don't know why I did that. To be fair.
Are you trying to pop off the